Hello dear students, good morning. I hope that you are listening video lecture and also doing the work given in the form of sheet to you. Now in previous lecture I told you about some chemical property, that is which you have to know about the substitution reactions, elimination reactions, reaction with the metal. I told in that lecture about the nature of CX bond, that is these bonds are polar in nature, and due to this polarity they show the nucleophilic substitution reaction and also elimination reactions. I also told you about the formation of carbocations and how will we see the stability of carbocations. This I told you in general concept of organic chemistry video lecture. Then I told you about the some stereochemical aspect of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now again let us focus on the enantiomer, that is what is the enantiomers basically, and how you can say that this is the mirror image. Just we have taken the example of butane 2-ol. So this is basically butane 2-ol. This I told you solid wedge, this bonded towards observer, this is the dash wedge, this is away from the observer. Now look the mirror image of this. What happens here basically? COH this side, H this side, and this contains C2H5, and here what happens basically CS3. So look at this A and B. Now dear students, what happens here? If the rotation of D occurs to 180 degree rotation of B, in that condition now the structure become like this. Now here CS3, now this will show C2H5, this is H and this is OH. So look at here, now this structure is C. So here A and C are mirror image which are non-superimposable, that is enantiomer. Enantiomers basically are mirror image. So here A and C are mirror image to each other, so that's why they are known as enantiomer. They are non-superimposable to each other and hence they are known as enantiomer. Now dear students, next point you have to know that about the stereochemical aspect of nucleophilic substitution reaction, that is racemization, racemic mixture, and also racemic modification. So dear students, look the condition here. So I think you are understand about the concept of enantiomers. Now let us focus some more points regarding the stereochemical aspect. So then racemization, racemic mixture, also known as racemic modification. So look at it. A mixture containing, it is basically a mixture containing two equal enantiomers. Just I shown you before this, which have zero optical rotation, that is optically inactive. This is due to the rotation of one isomer. So this is due to rotation of one isomer cancelled by other. So this is known as racemic mixture or racemic modification. Now, how will the racemic modification represented? The racemic mixture can be represented by prefixing dl or plus minus before the name of compound. Now, for example, dl butane 2-ol, either it can be written like this, plus minus butane 2-ol. So this is the representation of racemic mixture. Now dear students, next point, racemization. So this is basically the process of conversion of enantiomers into racemic mixture is known as racemization. The next point, racemization. So this is basically the process of conversion of enantiomers into racemic mixture. So basically this is a process of conversion. This is a process of conversion of enantiomer to racemic mixture is known as racemization. So these are all about the stereochemical aspect of substitution reaction. Now dear students, let us focus on the most important chemical property of haloalkane. So that is SN reaction. This I told you about the SN reactions. The SN reaction is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. In these reactions, the stronger nucleophile will displace, that is substitute, the weaker nucleophile. Now dear students, this I told you about the SN reactions. So now this is a two types, SN1 reaction and SN2 reaction. Here as for substitution, N for nucleophilic and 1 for unimolecular. About this unimolecular, bimolecular, I told you in chemical kinetics. So SN1 reaction is known as substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. SN2 is known as substitution nucleophilic bimolecular. Bimolecular means two molecules are involved. Two molecules are take part in the chemical reactions. In the slow step, here one molecules are take part in the chemical reaction in the slow step. So now let us focus on the SN1 reaction. So dear students, the rate of SN1 reactions only depend upon the concentration of alkyl halides. So that is the rate for this reaction depend upon basically the rate of reactions of SN1 depend upon the rate basically alkyl halide. That means here the rate is directly proportional to concentration of alkyl halides. So that's why this is first order kinetics. About this I told you, the rate of reactions for SN1 reaction is first order kinetics, it should be follow. Now dear students, look the example of SN1 reactions. CS3, this is 3 degree carbon having Br. Now it will react with a base or nucleophile. Basically here it is nucleophile. This I told you, कि nucleophile and base have some difference. Base always attack on carbon, nucleophile always attack on carbon and base always attack on hydrogen. So that's why this behave as nucleophile here, nucleophile. Now what happens? This nucleophile substitute Br. Here Br is leaving group. So now your answer is CS3, COH. And now it liberate Br minus. This is known as leaving group. Now the product is substituted product. Now this reaction follow two-step mechanism. So now look the mechanism of SN1 reaction. Mechanism of SN1 reaction. Now this reaction take place in two steps. In first step, what happens here? So this is two-step reaction. Two-step reaction. So this question arises in the board examinations. We write the mechanism of SN1 reaction, SN2 reaction. So look at here. Step first. So what happens here in step first? It is slow. It is slow and reversible. It is slow and reversible. And involve ionization. That is the step first is slow and hence it is rate determining step. Hence it is rate determining step. About this I told you in chemical kinetics, the slow step is rate determining step. I also told you the 30 type of reactions. fast reaction, very slow reaction, and molecular reaction or slow reaction. So here the slow reaction determine the order of reaction. Now look the conditions, what happens here. CH3, this carbon attached with CH3 3 times. Now here Br. Then first step breaking of bond take place. The bond break like this. I told you all to this. This is more electronegative, that's why the bond breaking take place in this way. Now this is basically known as ionization, and this is slow step because it involves the breaking of bond. So hence now what we get? So we get an intermediate that is known as carbocation and plus Br minus. So now what happens here? In first step the formation of carbocation take place, and this is 3 degree carbocation. So one more thing you have to note it down, that SN1 reactions follows the formation of intermediate. So that's why here you have to see the stability of intermediate. Now the students, what happens here basically? So look the conditions again. Here the breaking of bond take place by the hydrolysis because the bond shift towards more electronegative atom. So that's why this generate carbocation. Now in the second step what happens basically? So look the second step. So this is about the first step. It is the slow step, a determining step. Look at here, only one molecules are involved. So that's why the rate of reaction of this is first order kinetics. Now in second step what happens? Step second, H carbocation is reactive chemical species, So that's why it can be attacked by nucleophile. So hence immediately attacked by nucleophile, So now look the condition. CH3 and CH3, this have plus charge. Now what happens here? OH minus attack on this carbon atom and give the substituted product, and this reaction is very fast because it involves the reaction of ions. So that's why ionic reactions are fast. So this is also very fast reaction, and this is the second step second. So that's why it do not determine the rate, and hence SN1 reaction is first order kinetics. Your answer is tertiary alcohol. So this is the substituted product. So by this way you can write the mechanism of SN1 reaction. Now dear students, one thing I told you about a question asked from SN1 reactions by merging the SN1 reaction with the chemical kinetics in JEE Advanced, which paper held on 27 September 2020. So now look the example which question is asking JEE Advanced, which are related to chemical kinetics and also related to haloalkane SN1 reaction. So what happens here basically? This will gives OH like this. Now look at here, this is the 3 degree this is the 3 degree alkyl halides. So that's why 3 degree follow the SN1 reactions. So this will indicate that SN1 reaction. Now the graph is asking in term of T half. As you know that the T half for first order kinetics is 0.693 divided by basically K. So look the conditions कि T half do not depend upon the concentration. There one graph is given like this कि T half and concentration in term of asking P naught, and graph is like this. So that means कि T half do not depend upon the concentration. So your answer will be this for J advance question of this, and the answer is this. So look at here कि J advance, what happens in J advance is some questions are merged. That means this question is from haloalkanes and this question is from chemical kinetics. So here also first order kinetics follow, and for first order kinetics T half equal to this. They do not depend upon the concentration. So that's why the graph for T half of first order kinetics is this. So that's why this is very important reactions also. Now some notable points regarding the SN1 reaction. Some noteworthy points. So note 1. Here the intermediate is carbocation. So that's why the stability of carbocations decide the reactivity of alkyl halides. So that's why the each of reactivity of alkyl halide follows order according to the stability of carbocations, according to stability of carbocation. Now for this 3 degree alkyl halides, it is more reactive than 2 degree alkyl halides. It is more reactive than 1 degree alkyl halide. Alkyl halide 2 degree and 1 degree alkyl halide. So this reactivity order you can find by the stability of carbocations. This I told you how we look the stability of carbocations, either by inductive effect, either by hyperconjugation, either by resonance. Now next point in the note, this is also very important. That is in step first. What happens basically in step first? The breaking of bond take place. So one question may be arises कि how the breaking of bond take place in step first. So third point in note, in step first what happens? CBr bond breaking occur, and for this energy come from interaction of alkyl halide with proton of polar protic acid, polar protic solvent. So now one question may be arises कि from where the energy come from to breaking of this bond. So this energy for breaking of this bond come from the interaction of this alkyl halide with the proton of polar protic solvent. So that's why here for SN1 reaction polar protic solvents are required to carry out the breaking of alkyl and halogen bond. Now dear students, some more points noted down that Here protic solvents provide the stability of halide ions by solvation effect. Now next point, this you know that कि SN1 reactions is carried out in polar protic solvent such as water, acetic acid, alcohol, C2H5. So these all are polar protic solvent. About this I also told you in general concept of organic chemistry. The H attached with the O is polar and H can be liberated in the form of H plus, that's why protic. So these are polar protic solvent which help in progress of SN1 reaction. Now some more points which you have to note it down. The reactivity order of halide. So fifth point, the reactivity order of halide. Ri is more reactive than Rbr. This I also told you. Due to more the bond length, more will be the reactivity, and this is due to more size of iodine. So for SN1 reaction, the reactivity order of alkyl halide like this if the R are same. Now one more point noted down, that low concentration of nucleophile required. So these are some basic points which are related to SN1 reaction. Next point in the note, if alkyl halide is optically active, that is chiral. You can say chiral or asymmetric or chiral. Then the product is racemic mixture. About this I told you, racemic mixture means they have 50% D configuration and 50% L configuration. Now look at here, see, this is CS2 CS3, this have 1H and this have CS3, and here you can add Br. So now this is basically 2 bromo butane, 1 2 3 4 carbon and 2 number contains Br. So 2 bromo butane. So this is 2 bromo butane. Now this carbon is this carbon is chiral, that is stereo center. So that's why this is optically active. Now what happens here? Yes, I told you the carbon attached by 4 different group or group of atom. So that's why the carbon is not chiral. Now what happens here? The breaking of bond take place. Yes, I told you. Now the condition arises like this: CS3, CS2, CS3, and what happens with this H? Now this is plus charge carbocations. Now this carbocations is sp2 hybridized and planar, that is planar in nature, that is structure is planar. So that's why the two side attack can be take place either from this side, either from this side. So look the conditions. What happens here basically? Now in this condition, that means in case of carbocations formed by 2 bromo butane. So look at here, the carbocations formed by 2 bromo butane is like this: CS2, CS3, H plus charge, and this is a planar molecule. due to sp2 hybridization. Now OH can attack either from this side, either OH can attack from this side. So this is front attack, so that's why retention take place, that means the same product, that means the attack of OH take place from same side where the Br liberated. Here back side attack, that is known as rear attack can take place, that means here inversion of the product can take place. So now look the answer. What happens basically here? C2, CH2, CH3, H, CH3 and OH. So look the conditions. Br liberated from this side and OH attack to the back side. So this is the inverted product. But now here what happens? Same conditions are arises. CH2, CH3, H is here and CH3 and OH is this side. So this is known as retention product. So nowadays students, look at focus here. In case of optically active compound in SN1 reaction, two type of product may be generated. One retention product. Why they are called retention product? Is the side from which Br remove, OH attack from that side. So this is known as retention. Here what happens? The OH minus attack to the back side of the where the Br liberated. So that's why this is known as inverted product. So that's why due to formation of two type of product, they form racemic mixture. That means if it is D form, so this is L form, and racemic mixture is basically DL. So this you have to also know that in case of optically active compound, two type of product may be generated, one retention, one inverted product, and that's why these both product are basically nearly 50% mixture. So that's why this is known as racemic mixture. But maybe one question arises, out of both which are more stable? So this is more stable due to the repulsion. So these about the optically activity of reactant for SN1 reaction. Nowadays students, some more points you have to note it down for examination point of view. That is the common reactivity rate of 3 degree, 4 degree, 3 degree, 2 degree and 1 degree carbocation. So look the conditions and relative rate of the given compounds. So for SN1 reactions, alkyl halide class and relative rate. This I have told you only to know the reactivity order of the given carbocations. Look at here. This is the tertiary butyl bromide. This is tertiary butyl bromide. Now this is 3 degree alkyl halides. Now the reaction rate for this is nearly. So now the rate of reaction for this is nearly 12 log. But for 2 degree, look the condition for 2 degree. What happens in case of 2 degree alkyl halides? So this is 2 degree alkyl halides. Now for this is the rate of reaction is nearly 11.6, and for 1 degree, this is 1 degree alkyl bromides, this is approximate equal to 1.0. So that's why I told you that the reactivity depend upon the stability of carbocations. 3 degree carbocation is more stable, that's why it have more reactivity than 2 degree and 1 degree. So this is only given for you to understand the reactivity of 3 degree carbocation in comparison to the 2 degree and 1 degree carbocation. So these are some basic points regarding the carbocations. One more point you have to note that in the note, that is rearrangement. This I have told you that in case of carbocations, the chance of rearrangement is more. So in case of carbocation, rearrangement may also take place. That's why the product may be rearranged product. So look the conditions: CH3, CH, CH3, 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 CH2 and Br. Now what happens here? When this bond break, so this will produce carbocations which is basically 1 degree. This is basically 1 degree carbocations. But if methyls are shipped here, in that conditions what happens? The 1 degree carbocations now become 3 degree carbocations. So due to more stability, here the rearrangement of take place. This is known as 1,2 methyl shift. So due to shifting of methyl group, now the carbocations become 3 degree. That is more stable than 1 degree, and hence OH minus, that is nucleophile, attack to this carbon, and your product is rearranged product. So this you also have to think about the rearranged product. So this is possible only in case of carbocations. So that's why this is very important reactions, that is SN1 reactions. Number of questions may be generated from these topics. So that's why you have to focus more on the SN1 reactions in alkyl halide. Now second, nucleophilic substitution SN2 reactions. So look at here about the SN2. It is single step reaction, and without formation of intermediate. Without formation of intermediate, this is also known as direct displacement reaction. Because nucleophile displace halide ion in single step. So this is the common points you have to know about the SN2 reactions. Now this also told you that here the bond formation and breaking of bond take place simultaneously. So now look the diagram. So this occurs in single step. So basically here 1 degree alkyl halides should be required, because it is always favor the less hindrance. So now what happened here? Basically CH3 OH and plus Br minus. So Br minus is leaving group. Now look the mechanism. C H H 1H and Br. Now here OH minus attack to back side, so that's why it will form a transition state like this. So here breaking of bond take place for Br and addition of OH, new bond formation take place with the OH. So this is known as transition state. Transition state. Look here the conditions. This carbon is penta coordinate by 3 full bond, that is by 3 full bond and 2 partial bond. So that's why this look that they form the 5 bond, and you know that due to absence of d orbital the formation of 5 bond is not possible. That's why this state is unstable. So one question may be raised, why this is unstable? So due to formation of 5 bond this is not possible. Now the product is basically inverted product. So look the conditions here. H and OH attack to this side. So this is the inverted product. About this, just to think about, when you take an umbrella and the fast air is blow, in that conditions what happens? Now the umbrella turn to the back side. So just like here also, the product are totally inverted. This is due to one more reason you have to know, that if we are leaving from this side, this is also contains lone pair electrons, this also contains lone pair electrons. So due to repulsion they can be attacked to the back side, so that the product is always inverted in case of SN2 reaction. So this you have to note it down, that in case of SN1 reaction, inverted product met you when the organic compounds are optically active, but in these conditions what happens? The product is always inverted. So this is the stereochemical aspect also, and the mechanism of SN2 reaction. Now look the conditions. Here some notable points. The rate of the reaction depend upon the concentration of alkyl halide, and also the concentration of nucleophile, that is OH minus here. So that's why this is the second order kinetics. So this show the second order kinetics, and also it is a concerted mechanism. So this is second order kinetics, and hence bimolecular, because 2 molecules are involved. So that's why this is bimolecular reaction. So SN2 is bimolecular reactions, follow the second order kinetics, and SN1 is unimolecular reactions, followed the first order kinetics. So this also you have to know. Now the order of reactivity of alkyl halide, Ri is again more reactive than RBr, RBr is more reactive than RCl, RCl is more reactive than RF. So this you have to also to know. This reactivity are the same for SN1 reactions also. Nowadays students, some more point regarding the SN2 reactions. Here 1 dirgyl alkylides is more reactive than that is supraprimary is more reactive than 1 degree, 1 degree is more reactive than 2 degree, and 2 degree is more reactive than 3 degree alkyl halide. So this is the reactivity order for the SN2 reactions. One more thing you to note down, that why this is more reactive. So due to less steric hindrance, that means in case of SN2 reaction you have to give the answer in term of hindrance. Less the hindrance, more will be the reactivity towards SN2 reaction. But in case of SN1 reactions, you have to told about the stability of carbocations. But here no intermediates are formed, so that's why this will not show the reactivity according to the carbocations. Now dear students, some more point noted down, that what about the solvent? This is also very specific for SN2 reactions. So solvent, here solvents are basically, solvents are polar aprotic, polar aprotic. So look the example, DMF, this is known as dimethyl formamide, formamide. Now how can you write this? So formamide is HC double bond O and NH2, this is known as formamide. Now this is polar protic, but when 2H is removed and add methyl, now this become dimethyl formamide, and now no H is attached with the N or O, so that's why this is known as polar aprotic solvent. One more example, DMSO. So D for di, M for methyl, so dimethyl sulfoxide, sulfoxide. Now look the formula of DMSO. So CH3, S double bond O and CH3. Now look at here again, no H attached to the O, so that's why this is also aprotic, but polarity due to difference in electronegativity. So this is basically DMSO. Some more formula may be given to you. Acetone, acetone, this is acetone, this is also a solvent for SN2 reaction. So these are some important points regarding the SN2 reactions. Now dear students, one thing noted down, that to understand the rate of SN2 reactions for 1 degree alkyl halide, so just focus here. In this case what happened basically, so in case of methyl bromide, again same thing happen here, alkyl halide, class and relative rate, relative rate. So look at here, CH3Br, it is basically methyl bromide, methyl bromide, you can say super primary, super 1 degree. Now the reaction rate for this is 1200, and if we add one more carbon, CH2, CH3, CH2, Br, this is 1 degree, and the rate of reaction for this is 40. When one more carbon is added to this is also 1 degree, but now the rate becomes 16. And if we are taking the 2 degree and 3 degree alkyl halides, in that conditions, look about the reaction rate. So for 2 degree alkyl halide, now this is 2 degree alkyl halides, the reaction rate is 1, and for 3 degree alkyl halides, that is like this, 3 degree alkyl bromide, now too slow, too slow to measure. That means you cannot measure the rate of this reaction by SN2 reaction. So these are all about SN1 and SN2 reactions. Now students, some questions you have to done which are based on SN1 and SN2 reaction. Now students, let us focus on the some questions based on nucleophilic substitution reactions. This type of question may be arises, which of the following will undergoes SN1 faster? So for SN1 you have to focus on the carbocation stability, and then also you have to focus on the nature of halogen, that is it may be bromide, it may be fluoride, it may be chloride, it may be iodide. So this I told you, iodide are more reactive than bromide. Look the conditions. In this case what happens? This carbon is 3 degree. So after breaking of this bond, this get plus charge, and now this carbon 3 degree. This carbon is basically 2 degree. So this I told you, the 3 degree is more reactive for 2 degree. That's why this gives more faster SN1 reaction. Now if this type of question may be arises, their alkyl group are same. Look at here 1 2 3 carbon, 1 2 3 carbon, but now here I is given, here Br is given. This I have told you that ki Ri is more reactive than Rbr. So that's why this is more reactive for SN1 reaction. I also told you this is also more reactive for SN2 reaction. So this type of question may be arises. Now some more questions. We write the order of SN1 reactivity. So this type of question also may be given. Question number 2. Write the reactivity order for SN1 reaction. So this type of question may be given like this. Look at here. This contains Cl, CS3. Now this contains Br, CS3, and this contains iodine. So this type of question may be arises also. Now look at here, the Cl attached with the 3 degree carbon, here Br attached with the 3 degree carbon, and I also attached with the 3 degree carbon, and all conditions are same. So that's why iodine having the compound is more stable, more reactive than bromine, and bromine compound is more reactive than chlorine compound. So by this way you can also find the reactivity order. Now some more questions may be arises for the reactivity order. So look the conditions. Again here this type of question may be given. Double bond Me and Br. Me and Br, and one question given like this, Br and Me. Here Me is basically methyl, so in short form we can write also Me. Now look the conditions. If we break this bond, so this carbon is 2 degree, but look at here, plus charge, single bond and double bond. So now this positive charge delocalize. That's why hence more stable. Now look at here, when you break this bond, so this is the 2 degree carbon having the plus charge, but the charge is localized. Now here what happens when break the bond, so this contains 1 degree carbocations. So now the order of reactivity for this is more due to delocalization, due to resonance. Here 2 degree is more stable than 1 degree, so that's why 2 degree carbocations is more stable than 1 degree, hence this is more reactive than this compound. So by this way you can also find the reactivity order towards SN1 reactions. Now similar things can be happen with the SN2 reactions. So now how you can write the order of reactivity with SN2 reactions? So look the conditions. CH3Br are given to you, then CH3, CH, CH3 and Br given to you, and this also given to you like this 3 degree alkyl halides. So now look at the conditions. This is supraprimary alkyl halides 2 degree and 1 degree. So this have less hindrance, so more reactive by this, and this is more reactive than this. So this is more reactive due to less hindrance. So your answer for SN2 reaction it should be in term of hindrance. Don't talk about the carbocations here, otherwise your answer will be wrong. So this have less hindrance in comparison to 2 degree. 2 degree have less hindrance in comparison to 3 degree. So that's why this is more reactive than this is less reactive. About this just I told you, this is too slow to be measured. Now some more question may be given like this. In term of bond line notation, I given here, here Br given, here Cl given. Look the conditions. R are same, R are same. So now due to attachment of I, this is more reactive than Br and Br is more reactive than this. So this I told you also, Ri is more reactive than Rbr and Rbr is more reactive than RCl also for SN2 reaction. Now some more questions you can note it down about the SN1 and SN2 reactions. Look the conditions here ago. This type of question may be arises like this. Cl, here Cl given here and here Cl given here. Then again this is 1 degree, this is 2 degree and this is 3 degree. So 1 degree is more reactive than 2 degree, 2 degree is more reactive than 3 degree for SN2 mechanism due to less hindrance here. So by this way you can solve number of questions in the board examinations given in term of reactivity. So these are, dear students, some questions you have to know about for board examinations. Now if the questions contain like this, here Br attached, now pH, C, CH3, pH and Br attached, then pH single bond, pH and Br attached. So now I told you that phenyl group, it can be written like pH or 5 or C6H5. So here look the condition, 1 bond break plus charge here 3 degree carbocations, this is also 3 degree carbocations, this is also 3 degree carbocation, but here one ring delocalize this positive charge, here 2 benzene ring delocalize the positive charge, and here what happens basically 3 benzene rings are delocalize the positive charge. So more the delocalization of positive charge, more will be the stability. So that's why this is more stable for SN1 reaction, and that's why this is more reactive for SN1 reaction. So by this way you can calculate the order of reaction in term of increasing or decreasing for SN1 and SN2 reaction. One more thing noted down that if this type of questions may be asked, so by seeing the solvent we can also solve the question. Look at here Cl given, and now what given here, Cn minus is a nucleophile, here the solvent given DMF, that is dimethylformamide. Now dear student, this will indicate the first SN2 reaction. So that's why look at here due to partial Bromide characters this bond not break, but this bond can be break because this will gives 1 degree carbocations, basically less hindrance carbon. So that's why the CN attack to this carbon, and your answer is like this. This will not touch the I, and this will follow SN2 order. So by looking the solvent we can also know that the given reaction follow the SN1 kinetics, that is SN1 mechanism or SN2 mechanism. Thank you dear students.